Army and Air Force Exchange Services. AFES is pretty much just the company that runs the little shopette on base. PT stands for physical training, self-explanatory. APFT stands for Army Physical Fitness Test. So you'll hear your spouse coming home and say, oh babe, or so and so, I have a PT test on Monday. APFT is a PT test. That's just where they have to test to make sure they're in shape and meeting the Army's physical needs, physical standards, blah blah blah. CAC, CAC, Common Access Card. That is pretty much your spouse's military ID. Remember I told you guys you have different ones? Theirs is called a CAC card. Yours is called a DOD ID, Department of Defense ID, aka a dependent ID. CO stands for commanding officer, so your spouse's commanding officer is known as CO. LT stands for lieutenant, your spouse's lieutenant, known as the LT. Simple. DFAC, that stands for Dining Facilities Administration Center. So DFAC is pretty much the cafeteria on base. It's where the single soldiers eat for free and the married soldiers pay like, I don't know, like $3, $4, $5, I don't know. I know it's not stupid expensive. And they go eat at the cafeteria. When they were at BCT, basic training, like I told you guys, they were all eating at the DFAC. People that live in the barracks, which are like the military dorms on base, they eat at the DFAC for free because clearly they're not married. You cannot be married and live in the barracks unless you are unless you are a geographical bachelor. So for example, if I didn't come to Hawaii with my husband and I stayed back in New York, then we were still married, but he wouldn't have to move off base. He can stay in the barracks. But that's all I know about that. I don't know too much about that. Sorry. HQ stands for headquarters. You're gonna hear your husband say, I have to go to, or your spouse say, I have to go to HQ, I have to go to headquarters, so you should know where that is on base. MP, you will hear this a lot. It stands for military police. Those are the people that are going to get on your nerves. Those are the people that are going to give you tickets on base. Those are the people checking your IDs when you come on and off the base. They have big bulletproof jackets and they have like little arm patches that say MP, military police. That's them. OCONUS. OCONUS stands for outside continental U.S. So Hawaii here is considered an OCONUS duty station. It's considered overseas because it's not part of the continental U.S. Now, CONUS stands for continental U.S. So that's any duty station that is physically on the continental U.S. So pretty much every other state but Hawaii. Alaska is considered OCONUS too. Why? Don't know, but it is. POV stands for privately owned vehicles. So if you guys ever do have to move overseas, or I don't know if they do this if you're going from state to state, but I know coming here, obviously it's Hawaii, I had a car at our last duty station in North Carolina. So the Army pays for one vehicle per family to get shipped to your new duty station. So since we only had one car at the time when we left, my car, the Army paid for my car to get shipped from, we had to drive it to Virginia to the little shipping dock, and they shipped it from Virginia to Hawaii. So that's what they call your car. To them, it's not a car, it's a POV. Whatever. Where was I? Sorry guys, my camera literally just overheated. So that goes to show you how hot it is here in Hawaii. Speaking of overheat, I do want to apologize if you guys hear noise in the background. That is my fan. Listen y'all, it's Hawaii, it's hot as shit. So I was at PX. PX stands for Post Exchange. So when you guys go on base, if you don't live on base, or whenever you just want to go to the PX, pretty much like a mini mall on base. That's pretty much exactly what it is. There's a food court, and then like in the actual PX, it looks like Macy's, but a smaller version with food courts and like other little local vendors. That's it. Now, NCO stands for non-commissioned officer, so that is anybody that is rank E5 and up, so sergeant and up. So if your husband comes home and he's like, oh, babe, my NCO is getting on my nerves, you know he's talking about his higher ups. ACU stands for Army Combative Uniform. That is the regular greenish camouflage uniform that the soldiers used to wear. Some of them are still wearing them, but in 2018 or 2017, I think it's 2017, I don't know, they're in the middle of transitioning to a new uniform, which is OCP. My husband told me yesterday, but he doesn't know what that means. So I know the new uniforms are called Scorpions, so ACUs were the old uniforms, OCP/Scorpions are the new uniforms. There is a difference, I would show you, but y'all, that's all. I don't feel like getting up. And that is it. We are at the end of our list. That was all of the ones that I wrote down. Those are just some important acronyms that you as a spouse, I'm not just gonna say wife, even though I really want to, but I know maybe a couple guys that come across this video. So those are just some important acronyms that you as a spouse, I wouldn't say need to know, but it would make your life and your spouse's life easier if you knew what those meant. Because I know I'm the type of wife that's like, wait, whoa, babe, what does that mean? What is that? What? Huh? And this way, y'all can be a step ahead of the game. So when your husband or wife comes home talking about their day, in your head, you're like, he or she they don't know I know what they talking about. But it's cool because my girl Tahj hooked me up. She taught me all the slang words. Like, oh, really, babe? Your non-commissioned officer was getting on your nerves today? Your spouse's life easier if you know what these meant. Also, this is a little bonus tip. I personally would advise that any new military spouse get familiar. I'm not going to say memorize, just get familiar with the military alphabet. You'll learn that it's actually a lifesaver. Like, for those of you that do not know, my real name is not Tahj, even though I guess it would be kind of cool if it was. But my real name is Tyann. And you'd be surprised how many times I'm on the phone, like, paying a bill or something, and they're like, oh, who am I speaking with? And I'm like, oh, my name's Tyann. And they're like, okay, Diane. No, my name's Tyann. Oh, okay, Cheyenne. No. Or when I'm trying to spell it, I'm like T, and they're like, oh, D. No. Oh, C. No. So the military alphabet makes my life better, just in my civilian life. Civilian meaning not military life. Just like when I'm paying a bill, they be like, what does it start with? Tango, Yankee, Alpha, November, Echo. And they're like, oh, okay. Jot it down, jot it down, jot it down. And I'm like, yeah. Won't be no more Dianes or no more Cheyennes in here because it's Tyann. But that's just my little tip. And like when me and my husband are driving and like he has the music blasting and we're like supposed to be on the GPS trying to figure out like what exit we're supposed to get off the highway, and he's like, oh babe, it's 18C, and I'm like, what? It's 18D? No, 18 Charlie. And I'm like, oh, 18C. It's actually, I think it's pretty cool. It's something I can say I know. And I'm almost 100% sure that the military alphabet is the same. Military alphabet is the same through all of the branches. I don't think it makes a difference which branch. I think that it's just universal. I've actually even heard police officers using it. So it will make your life easier. It will make his or her life easier. So yes, guys, those are my Army Wife 101 Army slang tips. If you guys like this video and if you guys want to see more Army Wife videos, again, go ahead and leave them comments in the comment box. And y'all, we are almost at 100 subscribers. Just one more subscriber and we're at 100. Just one. I think I'm going to do a 200 subscriber giveaway. Maybe, I don't know. That may be in the works, but let's see how long it takes me to get to 200. But I am grateful and I am blessed for my almost 100. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Like, I did not think that many people gave a damn about my life. But whatever. Anyways, I love you guys. If you guys want more army videos, let me know. Any new viewers, do not forget to hit that subscribe button right down there. Okay? Alright guys, love you.